Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Diary of a Kept Woman. My name is Catalea and thank you for joining me. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe, and if you already have, thank you so much. So today we will be trying heatless curling rods, as you can probably tell from the title. It's these kind of like stick things, but they bend so you can wrap your hair around it and then bend it so it stays up in your hair. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I typically take a rat tail comb, or sometimes if I'm feeling like in a rush, typically I'm doing this at night before I go to bed, I'll use my fingers, because the parts do not have to be exact. The only part I make sure is as exact as I possibly can is this one right here, and that's because I just prefer a side part. I don't like a middle part, so you can part your hair however you want to do this, but I just like to section off pieces of my hair because it's easier to curl around these rods. So I got these actually some years ago in a gift, so I don't actually know where you can find these, but I'm pretty sure you can get them at like any place that has hair supplies. Walmart, Target, beauty supplies. So we will get started with, I typically like to start with the front of my hair, mainly because it's just the easiest. I can see it, and this is what is seen most when people are looking at me. So I like to oil my hair as I'm doing this, because it keeps my head from itching in the middle of the night, and moisturizes and gives you that nice shine. So I start at the scalp and I work my way down my hair. Then I take this curling rod. This is the smaller one, so as you can see, this one is smaller than this one. Well, there's a slight difference. I don't know if you can tell. I don't have one that's more straight. So see how one is slightly bigger than the other. So I typically take the really skinny ones for the front so I can have a more defined curl. And I just pull it as tight as I can and wrap it around until there's no more hair. And then I roll it up to my scalp so that it's as tight as it possibly can be. And then I bend it. I always fold it down on the front part of the curl to keep it from rolling, because if you fold it on this part, so I curled my hair away from my face, so I folded the curling rod in front of it to keep it from rolling in the opposite direction. So then we'll just keep going. The parts they do not have to be exact. They do not have to be perfect, like I said. So and I'm gonna come on over to this side and do this side. Like I said, make sure you oil your hair. Bring it on down. And take another skinny one, just because this is still the front of my head, and I prefer to curl away from my face because I want a more bouncier curl. I've tried curling it towards my face, and I feel like I just have more of a curtain face when I do it that way. So as you can see, I accidentally messed this up. So a lot of times this does actually happen, so my hair just covered it. So if you just find the rod and pull it through, like where it's supposed to go. And if you start off too high on the rod, like you have a lot here, you can sometimes push it through, or you can pull the hair, or in this case, I guess I have to start over. Did a little too tight. So we will start again and start typically in the middle of the rod, because if you do it too high like I just did, then you won't have enough to fold. Okay. So curl it up to as tight as you possibly can, and bend it so that it doesn't go anywhere. So the front part of my hair is done. Now, I don't know about you, but honestly, I don't even like doing my own hair because 9 times out of 10, my arms end up exhausted after this. So I have, now typically people have more of these. I only have 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I only have 5 of these. So what I do is I part my hair. Now these are bigger, so you can use more hair. So I part my hair into 4 parts. A lot of times I don't end up using the 5th one. So we are going to, now the parts do not really matter. You can part your hair, downward like this, or you can part your hair sideways like this, and just have like this part and this part. And this is actually the way I prefer to do it, just because I like those layered curls. So this is the amount of hair I have, probably. And then I take the rod and place it behind the hair to curl it away from my face, and just wrap it around. Oop, almost forgot. I didn't oil my hair. So, of course, make sure you oil your scalp. Cannot stress that enough, because it just, when you're curling, it's like really hard to tell when your hair is like wrapped up like that whether or not it's moisturized. And I just like to make sure that it has a nice natural shine to it. So once again, we get started with curling it away from the face. And then twisting it, can you see that? And twisting it to fold over it. And sometimes extra hair wants to tag along. There we go. And then once you fold it, it should move. Now, in the case that it does move, I would either twist it tighter to your scalp and then fold it again. If not, try it over. And when you try it, like start over, and when you try the second time, see if that works. Because a lot of times I didn't curl it right or curl it tight enough to my head, and then of course it wants to unravel itself. And I'm not like a wild sleeper, but a lot of times during the night, these back ones, the ones in the back at the base of my skull, it typically is a lot more uncooperative, if you want to use that word. So like I said, away from the, so once you get back here, it's pretty easy. So this hair curls this way, this hair curls this way. So you take this and you hold it, make sure you have all of this hair, because sometimes I end up missing hair, and then you continue to roll it. Okay, so once that's done, of course you will fold it, and then it shouldn't go anywhere. Okay, now that this side is done, we're going to tackle the other side. Now, like I said, this is pretty easy. It won't really take too long. And afterwards, I typically put my hair in a bonnet, which I have right here. So I just use like a normal silk bonnet, but I mean, you can use whatever you use to wrap your hair up at night, or if you don't wrap, well, I would definitely suggest using a bonnet, because your hair is going to be rubbing up against the pillowcase, unless you have a satin pillowcase. You don't really want breakage Okay. And we are curling this part away from the face. Okay. And now we're down to our last part. So I actually have leftover oil from all the other parts, so I'm really just running that through this hair. I'm gonna over oil it and then have to wash my hair tomorrow because I put too much oil in my hair. So, of course, do it all over again. And make sure you secure it. Okay. When you're done, it should look kind of like this. So you'll have them kind of everywhere. And like I said, my parts aren't perfect, so it doesn't really matter if they are. And then I just grab my bonnet. Make sure my ears are out. Love to forget that part. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. Now you just go to sleep. Tomorrow they should have a curl tool, especially if you use like a product like oil or water. You can also use water. I will be recording a part 2 to show you what it looks like in the morning. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.